Okay, hi guys, welcome to another Arab site video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a little tutorial on how to build this wheat farm. Okay, cinematic mode didn't work there. Anyway, this is kind of a proof of concept, but it's also a really good farm if you're willing to give up glowstone. And also you'll probably want like glowstone up here so the mobs can't spawn. But what makes this farm so special is that you only use one water bucket for the harvesting. And I'm just gonna get rid of these so I can, not completely, I meant like, you know, not so that they're not flowing down. Normally this would be done by the lighting on the next level, but dirt. Okay, wait for that to go away. Anyway, this is the entire design, and actually, what I should probably do is this. And I'll just... Well, technically what I had originally is one layer of the farm. But this is just going into the next layer to show that it is not that hard. Okay, so basically what this farm is it only uses a single bucket to harvest, which we will show now. And yeah, if we go down and look, then here comes all our huge amounts of crops. And those are going to fall into the void, because I don't have this set up completely. Now, you'll notice that there's a black in the center. That's very important. But yeah, it only uses a single block to harvest, and then what you can do is you can just come up to the top, hop on in, and also I have the tick speed, the random tick speed set up really high, and replant. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to build this farm, and let me get the stuff that I need for that, and I will be right back. Okay. So if we look over here, the first thing that you see is that there's this little pillar that, on anything but the top layer, you can actually, extend that as forever except for the top thing. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build this. This is centered with that one, and we're just going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're even with that. Now we're going to come down and put farmland. This is farmland, by the way, so that's, like you can see right there, it's farmland. Water there. Okay, water there. You can hoe all these. Like, all of them so far will work, and you just go and put the... that's not farmland. And then we'll just put water there. 1, 2, 3, and there. Now, on this layer, we're going to take that, cover it like that, re-hoe that, and then put glowstone on top of it, so... And then below it, we are going to quickly come, put glowstone, and then surround it with our farmland, so that that is now completely contained. Didn't mean to get rid of the water. Also, for some reason, water is affected by random tick speed. Don't know why. It just is. Dirt, glowstone, break. Over here, dirt, glowstone, break. Wrap around. Which one is the source? Not sure which one is this. That's not the source. But it is. Shouldn't have been the source. Don't know why that happened. And you're just going to fill in. Nope. Hey, keyboard. Work. Okay, there we go. So then there you go. Should probably get the glowstone down under here. So dirt, glowstone, like that. Okay, so if you didn't mess that up, then you should, then your farm should look like this at this point. Now we're going to take our farmland, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be right. Yeah, you have your inner circle and that, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I was counting the middle. That's why. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to continue going. Oops. And just make your little circle. Oops. 1. And every single one of these should get hydrated just fine. Again, I'm using farmland. I could actually, I couldn't actually place it moisturized and make it just a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, since that's a data tag. Data tags cannot be applied to items. Okay, so that is your first layer of dirt. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go down here, going to drop down 2 blocks, place a block, and then place a block there. Take that block out. So now, here, where this glowstone is, I'm going to take that, put an iron block beneath it, and then if you are smart, then you probably guess what we're doing next. Water. The vast majority of this build is the same, no matter what layer you're building. Now, something else that I'd like to mention about this farm is that this is, unfortunately, not infinitely stackable. You can only stack this a certain amount of times before the items that come from the wheat will take too long, and it'll take more than 5 minutes for the items to get to the bottom where they are presumably collected. Now, there's really only one way to fix this, quote-unquote, and that is, also at this point, you can just go and make the same circle of dirt as you did in your last layer. It's all the same right here. Dirt never changes, placement of these never changes. There will not actually be dirt in here on this layer, though, so you can take that out now. Oops. Okay, so that is your entire thing. So now we're going to go here and we're just going to make on this part a little perimeter of blocks, and also these blocks do not matter, including the glass. All you really need is either glowstone or a sea lantern there, farmland here, and water where water is, and then you are absolutely fine. Also, before you ask, yes, this does have to be, one of these layers does have to be the top of everything. Okay, and then, I know this is starting to get boring, we're going to make another one of these. Again, any block, as you can see over there, I've done andesite and then a border of granite. But yeah, it should look like this. And it does not even have to be a block. You will need a block here for the next step, but you can remove this block after that if you so choose, even though I don't like it that way. So now we're just going to take our glass, or this could be any block really, but I prefer glass, and take it all the way up to the top of the farm, the height of the glowstone. Obviously for you, this is going to involve a lot of block jumping if you're going to do more than one layer of this farm, which sure as heck should, even though even one of these, counting what I'm building right now as a layer, creates a huge amount of wheat. And what I actually suggest doing with this farm is setting it up so that you can expand upward in the future, and just while you're doing that, removing the dispenser, which we will show in a minute. After I finish putting this glass here, this is just so that the water will flow, hit that, and then be nice. So while I'm doing this boring thing, and I'm actually almost done now, I'd like to say something. I originally built this for Flaming 3Z. He had an idea of something that stacked like this and just used multiple dispensers, and I said, hey, why don't we do this? And something else that he would want me to mention is that all these can actually be farmland, but in my opinion, because these three have to not be farmland, it just looks better. But if you want to, you can do that, even though I'm not sure how frequently you'll actually get the items from it, because they can get trapped, obviously, in the middle of the block. I have not tested that. That is not part of the AROB site build. The AROB site build is a proof of concept build for a wheat farm that only uses one bucket for the entire farm. Okay, and then now I'm just going to drop down here, go into the center of the water here. This pillar should continue going down. That is to prevent items from getting stuck in the middle when the water falls down here. Now, for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to cap these, just like I did on the other one, just so I can show the water. There, yeah, see, it goes so much quicker when you have random tick speed at a ludicrous value that's specifically meant instantly to basically always, on every tick, provide every block with a random tick. I mean, just watch. It's gone. Okay, so now all that water's gone. And this is the final build. This is it. And over here, obviously, I didn't do what you're supposed to do. And then all you need to do is need to get a dispenser. Right there. With something to activate it, and you're done. Obviously, most people would like to put a roof here. Or at least, like, yeah, something. I personally think that something like this looks pretty cool, and then I actually like glass filled in there too. I think that looks pretty cool. You can do whatever you want as long as you have a way to activate the dispenser, which is not part of the build. You can activate it from the bottom, you can activate it from the top, you can do whatever you want. But if we take this, shoot out water, it's going to cover every block, and it's going to go down everywhere. Now, I would like to reiterate that this is a proof of concept build. This is not meant to be the best that you can make. This is not meant to be amazing. But I do have one more tip for you. If you would like to make this as stackable as you want, you can do this. You can take hoppers, and you can place them in there. That will mean that most of the items will get picked up. And if I actually, here, let's plant a I don't know how many that was. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means that if we go here and we do this, and then what I'll do here is I'll just, get all the way up there. Sorry if this is a bit of a longer thing. This is a fairly complex build. Okay, and into there, and into there, into there, and into there, into there, and into there. Okay. So they're all gonna end up in here. I'll put a hopper in the middle so that's easier to count. There. Now we'll put hoppers here everywhere. And then we'll see how many the hoppers collect and how many everything else collects. And here I'll actually fill the whole thing in quickly. It doesn't take that long when you have random tick speed set to, I think this is 50,000. I mean, it's just so cool watching them, like, It's a lot better than, like, 500,000, because with 500,000 you get multiple random ticks on each block. And so, you know what, I wonder if that's actually possible, or if that's just something that the game does to get rid of all those extra ticks and actually obey your game. Okay, so now we harvest, we wait a minute for all the stuff to flow, and then I was kind of dumb, so I'll have to check each hopper separately. Okay, so 2 in there, 3 in there, and 3 in there. 4 in there, 1 seed in there, and nothing in there. 3 seeds and 1 wheat, 4 wheat and a seed. That, and then I think this is the one we started at, and then in here is quite a bit. But that will help. It will, remove at least a part of the wheat harvest from each layer, and you could by all means do that like every 5 layers. But as it stands, I wouldn't suggest going over 10 or 12 of these layers, counting the from the glass to the iron as a layer. But yeah, that is actually all for this tutorial. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more farms and designs like this. Please like if you like the video, dislike it if you think that I suck at everything, and I will see you next time.